Welcome to Proven and Probable, where we focus on metals, mining, and more. I'm your host, Maurice Jackson. Today, we will be discussing a company that has established itself as a premier project generator, displaying the virtues of proven management, good stewards of capital with district-scale land packages. I'm speaking of none other than Millrock Resources, trading on the TSXV, symbol MRO, and on the OTC MLRKF. Joining us today is the President, CEO, and Director of Millrock Resources, Gregory Beischer. Thank you for joining us today, sir.
Oh, good afternoon, Maurice. Good to be with you again. I'm here in my office in Anchorage, Alaska. We've got a beautiful day going here.
All right. For investors that are joining us for the first time, it's important to note that Millrock Resources has been hand-selected by legendary investor Rick Rule to be one of the featured exhibitors at the Sprott Natural Resource Symposium, which is quite the distinction because this, in essence, is the golden seal of approval and puts Millrock Resources in an elite group of issuers. Gregory, before we begin today's discussion, for first-time listeners, can you please share what is a project generator?
Sure can, Maurice. Yep. First of all, though, we're very honored that Rick Rule and his team have chosen to invest in Millrock and to invite us to be present at that conference that's held each year in Vancouver in July. We're very pleased to be counted amongst that elite group of issuer companies. Prospect generators, project generator company, business model. We're geologists, early stage explorers. That, of course, is the high risk part of the mining business. Lots of projects start, but not very many discoveries are made. And so to mitigate some of that risk, we use our shareholders' money to acquire mineral rights on prospective lands, show the potential. But before the expensive drilling work starts, we always get a partner to share the risk, fund that initial exploration that often fails. But of course, when it succeeds, that really makes our share price go up. So we stick to this model. It's a way that we can operate multiple projects at any one time without constantly diluting the interest of our existing shareholder base.
Now, Mr. Beischer, in our previous interviews, we discussed goals and catalysts for Millrock Resources. It appears that they're already coming to fruition. Let's cover two of your most recent press releases. And the first beginning with a transaction that was conducted with another project generator, which is Riverside Resources. What can you share with us?
Well, sure. We were approached by Riverside to sell our concession to them. It was a rather small block of mineral rights. We know that adjacent to our block is a big claim that has some quite interesting gold showings on it. We thought about acquiring that block ourselves, but found the price a little too stiff. But apparently Riverside has made an agreement to acquire those claims, and it simply made sense for us to combine our concession into that larger block. And so we were happy to do that. We received a small cash payment, shares of Riverside, which we're happy to own because we think, like our own company, Riverside shares are going to increase in price. And we got a modest royalty in the event that there is a mine on our claim. We'll get, Millrock shareholders will get a piece of every ounce of gold that comes out of the ground.
Now, that transaction alone is a significant catalyst for Millrock Resources and quite an accomplishment. But let's cover something else that was just released. Millrock Resources just received a prestigious recognition as the 2017 OTCQX Best 50. Congratulations. What an accomplishment. This again is another demonstration of the prudence and dedication of being a premier project generator. What can you share with us about this prestigious award, sir?
Well, thanks, Maurice. Yeah, we're really quite happy and proud about this, and it came out of the blue to our surprise just the other day. Turns out that Millrock, out of more than 400 companies listed on the OTCQX marketplace, was ranked number 8 by virtue of fairly dramatic share price increase and increased trading volume. And, I think our shareholders are happy with us. Those that bought early in 2016 have seen the value of their shares double at least, and maybe more in some cases. We're honored that the OTCQX recognized us this way, and we look forward to doing at least the same again next year.
What an exciting way to begin 2017. Before we close today's discussion, I have to ask my favorite last question, which is, what did I forget to ask?
Well, I'm going to answer that question in a minute, Maurice, but if you'll allow me, I'd just like to speak about the start of 2017. It feels like a lot like the start of 2016, where we saw the mining cycle start to pick up. After many dark years, things looked like they were improving at this time last year. And in fact, the price of gold rose, and we had a really great run as an industry for 6 or 7 months. But then it cooled off, as did the gold price in the latter part of the year. But the gold price is moving up again, and in fact, a variety of commodity prices are moving up. And after having spent the last couple of weeks in Vancouver at a variety of investor shows and the Cordilleran Roundup Technical Conference, I can tell you that the mood is really buoyant. Investors are really interested in our cycle again. They've come out, they're looking for investments, they are investing. They can see that there's money to be made in the sector, and they're ready for it to happen. And at this point, I think it's going to be a self-fulfilling prophecy. I think we're, as an industry, in for a really good year in 2017. And it started off really, really well. We've noticed it, particularly junior companies approaching Millrock about projects that we have available. And in fact, major companies too are interested in what we're doing. So it's clear that their exploration budgets have loosened up after many years of contraction. So that's good news for Millrock, who partners projects with majors in particular, but also junior companies. And it just means there's going to be more funding available for our work. And so what'd you forget to ask me? Well, Maurice, you forgot to ask me what project we're going to drill next, because that's the thing that can make our share price go up dramatically. If we make an early stage discovery, our shares are likely to go substantially higher than their current level of 45 or 50 cents. And we're working away right now on a gold project in Sonora State, Mexico, called Los Cuarentas. We've almost got all the surface work done. The geological, geochemical, geophysical surveys are nearly complete. We're quite excited about the results, and it's likely in the spring we'll be drilling the first round of holes there. And like I say, every hole is a chance for us to make that discovery, and to the great benefit of all our shareholders.
Well, in full disclosure for all of our audience here today, we are proud shareholders of Millrock Resources for the virtues we've conveyed today and for the value proposition that we truly believe is still ahead for Millrock Resources. Gregory, if investors wish to get more information regarding Millrock Resources, please share the contact information.
Oh, sure. Just go on our website. You can Google Millrock Resources. It's www.millrockresources.com. On there, you can find telephone information for our investor relations person, Melanie Henderson. And I'm glad to talk to shareholders and potential shareholders individually, and Melanie can help set up a time for that. So don't hesitate to contact by phone or email.
And last but not least, please visit our website, www.provenandprobable.com. Through Miles Franklin Precious Metals Investments, we offer gold, silver, platinum, and palladium, self-directed IRAs, offshore storage, and safe deposit boxes, which are fully insured and secured by Brinks. The website again is www.provenandprobable.com. Gregory Beischer of Millrock Resources, thank you for joining us today on Proven and Probable.
My pleasure, Maurice. Talk to you again soon.
All the best to you.
Thank you for joining us today on Proven and Probable. Remember to like and subscribe for more conversations with the most respected names in the natural resource space. Check out our website at www.provenandprobable.com. The information presented on Proven and Probable is provided for educational and informational purposes only, without any express or implied warranty of any kind, including warranties of accuracy, completeness, or fitness for any particular purpose. The information is not intended to be and does not constitute financial, investment, or trading advice, or any other advice. You should not make any financial, investment, or trading decision based on any of the information presented without first undertaking independent due diligence and consultation with a professional broker or competent financial advisor.